Good morning, everyone. So I'm Ron Bentch. I'm with Missouri State Parks, and I'm the Rock Island Trail Development Coordinator. I'm just going to give a quick overview of the trail. You'll see at the top in red is the Katy Trail, and the blue dotted line across the bottom is our section that we're working on. It's 144 miles of trail that we are developing. On the left side of your screen, you'll see the 47 miles that we have open at this time. And all of this is we're trying to create a 400-mile rail trail loop in Missouri that would connect the Rock Island on both ends to the Katy Trail. I'm trying to get it to advance. There we go. All right, this is showing what we have going on right now. So this is the current development. As you see on the left side, there's 47 miles open. Going across the state, we have all these different communities that have either self-funded or they have TAP grants or recreational trails grants to develop either within their city limits, or we have some out in the county. And so that just shows what is happening. It's been really cool to see all these communities that have gotten on board to see trail developed within their area. So we have 8 communities have raised almost $3 million or over $3 million to build 14 miles of trail. You see there at the bottom, Ionia, Stover, Barnett, Rosebud, and Franklin County have all expressed interest in seeing trail developed. There is some fundraising efforts that are happening. There's some cities considering self-funding. There's some cities considering going for grants. And so we're excited about what's going to happen there. I just want to mention that we have a long history of opposition to trails. So these photos were taken back in about 1993 when the Katy Trail was being built. Ashcroft was the governor at the time. You see that fences were put across the trails. So oppositions to trails has not been a new thing for us. And we have slowly been working on improving those relationships with landowners at time. One of the solutions that we've looked at is really working with landowners on fencing. Apparently, I talk about fencing way too much because in a meeting, one of our landscape architects drew this little drawing here about how fencing is worth fighting for and that it's a big deal. So this year, the governor proposed $540,000 a year for us to build fence. And we have built about 14 miles of fence over this past year. We do have a state statute to maintain that fencing. This is a photo of what fence looked like. As you can see, you can't even see the fence. So farmers' cattle are getting out on the trail. They're getting out on highways. And then this is what we have done afterwards. So this has really improved our relationship with the landowners along the trail. As you can see, that's a very high quality fence that we're building. They're very happy with it. We've also been putting in cattle crossings to where farmers can get their cattle from one side of the trail to the other. We installed about 14 of those also in this past year. We've been having ribbon cuttings at different towns. So this is one in Gerald, and they have 1 mile of trail there. We also had a ribbon cutting celebration in Owensville. You can see we've had huge attendance, a lot of interest in those towns and communities, and they're very excited to see the trail being developed within their area. Also in Owensville, Gasconade County actually had a grant to build 2.8 miles of trail. So in a town that's about 3,000 people, they have 5.5 miles open right now. And a lot of it is through just beautiful wooded areas. And that was just a couple weeks ago that that trail was opened up, and we had a ribbon cutting there as well. It's had a huge impact on these communities. I saw this couple riding through Owensville one day, and I followed them in my truck till they got to our trailhead, and they allowed me to take a photo of them. But they were really excited. They said, "We have not been able to ride our bikes in a long time." And then one of my favorite photos, this is right after our trail opening for that Gasconade County section. At 8 a.m. on June 3rd, there were 12 cars parked at the parking lot there. Which is really exciting because it's allowing local people to have opportunity to safe exercise that they've never had before. So we're starting to see a lot of people use these little small sections of trail that are open are actually getting a lot of use, and it's having a big impact on the community.